What's going on, everyone? We are at RSA 2025, and I'm going around and I'm trying to get to the bottom of an important question. Can security teams truly trust AI? Let's go find out.
I don't know for how long you can actually be an AI skeptic. I think you have to embrace AI and figure out how that's going to fit in your workflows. And, you don't have to 100% trust it, but I think you have got to kind of trust it a little bit. And I don't think a lot of teams can afford not to trust AI.
I think AI is a hammer looking for a nail right now, quite frankly. Everyone's so anxious to plug it in everywhere, but why? What purpose does it really serve? How is it really elevating or adding to the product? AI is not here to replace human thinking completely. There are still certain functions in security we don't have any tools for, like threat modeling, because they are completely manual, holistic thinking exercises. You can't automate that process as much as you would love to. So the thing we have to remember is that AI was still made by humans. It's imperfect.
Yeah.
You get what you inspect, not what you expect. So don't trust the AI completely, because we're all zero trust, right?
AI demos very, very well, and then you get into real world use cases, and then you start to see some of the rough edges, right? And so for SOAR companies in particular, where the stakes are so high, it can be very challenging to introduce AI in a way where security teams can actually be confident that the AI they introduce is going to get them the outcomes that they expect.
I really think one of the best use cases for AI is not how we're currently seeing it. We're seeing a lot of chatbots, we're seeing a lot of natural language stuff. Actually, AI encompasses a much wider range of techniques and tools than simply just, hey, we put a chatbot on a website.
Yeah.
Instead, I think we should be looking at the entire spectrum of AI, because I think the most valuable way you can use AI is really to understand those data points and connections that you couldn't see and couldn't recognize on your own. It's about understanding your data more so than talking to a bot.
Honestly, half the job of a security team is just moving data from one place to another. And that data has to be in a slightly different format, right? Depending on the system that you're using. And AI is a real time saver for understanding source data, moving it to that other system, and then ultimately making it easier and easier to transform.
I think it's awesome to embrace it. It is still something that can really speed run, really streamline, really make your work better, your lives better, make things just faster and easier.
Yeah.
And that's not a bad thing, especially if it's the Security Operations Center, especially if it's hunting for vulnerabilities. There's just so much cool innovation that's coming out of the artificial intelligence tech. And I think it's something that we can't really shy away from.
Right.
It's here, it's totally happening. And look, I want to be along for the ride.
AI is definitely a useful tool, especially in the area of red teaming. Unfortunately, AI is going to bring down the sophistication need. So it's going to drive up the likelihood that a script kiddie who only had a few tools they knew how to use before can now execute really sophisticated campaigns, because the AI will help them automate a lot of that.
When people get hesitant about using AI, it's sort of the maybe internal shame, maybe a certain guilt, like I'm seeing skills atrophy, but like, no, it's not, it's not that. It's the same way that we would use Stack Overflow.
Right.
The same way we'd use Google, or the same way we grab something off Wikipedia even.
Yeah.
Those are still things that are now just made even more accessible at a broader scale.
It's not going to be optional. It's not going to be something where you can say, I'm not using AI, because it is going to make things quicker. It is going to lead to efficiencies. It is going to help you kind of upskill in a lot of different ways. So it's really about, where does AI fit within your job role? Where does it fit within what you do? Because AI should enable you to do things that you want to do.